Hi everyone, my name is Dongxue, Dongtianxiaxue. That's my Chinese name. Wanted to share my tips for learning languages and tell you my experience. I hope this will be interesting and useful. I'm not a polyglot. I speak English, Mandarin, and Thai, and I've learnt a few phrases in more than 10 other languages. I just wanted to tell you why it's been very useful for me to learn languages. A lot of people think that you should just focus on one language, but there's really no harm in learning multiple languages. Some people think you will get confused, but I've never got confused, except there has been times when I was speaking the wrong language to the wrong person, like Chinese to a Thai person or Thai to a Filipino, and then sometimes even while I was speaking Chinese, I thought I was speaking English that whole time. It was weird. But I look at it this way. You learn the names of thousands of people you meet, although you might not remember their name the first time they tell you. But think of how many people's names you can actually remember, even remembering their full name. So I think of it like this. I'm learning the name for a dog in Chinese, or the name for a tree in Thai. Or even, the other day this guy taught me this word, dulcet tones, and I had to Google and look it up what that means. So even in English, we're constantly learning new words, or think of the words that teenagers come up with, and we have to Google Urban Dictionary to find out what it means. So sometimes I'm worried because I haven't learnt the language in a long time, that it was a waste of time to learn the language. You use it or you lose it. So right now I'm using my Chinese every day, and I'm still learning Chinese. Every day I'm learning new characters and still working on building more vocabulary. And I use my Chinese at work. But now I haven't been working on my Thai, although I still keep in touch with my Thai friends, but it's not enough and I've lost a lot of vocabulary. My goal is also to become fluent in Karen, Kayinsako, or Bokanyoglo. It's a hill tribe language from Myanmar. And also Ipo. It's a tribe in Nigeria. So it's a bit of a shock. It's a bit of a surprise why I'm learning such different languages. The other languages I've tried to learn but I'm not fluent are Korean, Japanese, Cantonese, Shanghainese, Akka, Nigerian Pidgin English. But because I recently got married in Nigeria and I'm pregnant and life is very busy, I have not focused on that. I'm practicing my Quran once a week so that I don't lose it, and my husband is going to help me to learn Ibo when we have time. But I'm not too worried about that because there was a period in my life when I was living in Queensland in an area that had only Australians, and I didn't have any chance to practice my Chinese. But my Chinese was not lost. Later, when I moved back to Sydney, some of it was still in the back of my mind, and I worked really hard, and now I speak fluent Mandarin. So I think later when I work hard to study, I can be fluent in other languages. The reason why I think it's worth it to learn languages is because here in Sydney, you can meet people that speak different languages. I think we have almost every language here. And when you greet a person in their language, it's not to show off or get a compliment, but it's a good conversation starter. And they are so happy that you're trying to learn their language. I mean, some of them are more happy than others. It depends on the person and if they can't speak English at all, or if they're fluent in English anyway and they're like, oh, okay, and they're not so impressed. But anyway, the biggest reward for me learning Chinese is not only helping translate for my work, but when I made friendships with elderly Chinese people that don't speak any English and they tell me their life story and I can learn so much from them. They will often give you health advice and what foods to eat, etc. And there was one lady from Fujian, I met her, that she was so funny, and I was so glad I learnt Chinese so that I could meet her and get to know her. And it was so worth it, all the time and effort. So I'm really going to encourage my husband to learn other languages as well as try to learn his language so I can talk to his relatives and friends, and I will definitely try and teach my baby Chinese and hopefully more languages. And I might make some more videos about more tips and ideas. I'm thinking of making another one right now, but it's a whole other story. I can talk forever about learning languages. So thank you for watching. See you in the next video.